Magandang araw na naman mga kababayan. Anywhere you are in the world, mga kapwa Pilipino, whether in America or in the Philippines and sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo. Nandito na naman ang ating panibagong edition ng ating vlog na Pinoy sa Amerika. Ito yung naman itong kaibigan ninyong si Teddy Molina na nakabase dito ngayon sa may San Francisco Bay Area sa California. At nasa kabila naman ang ating kaibigan, ang ating partner dito sa ating channel, Rodeo TV channel. Wala nang iba si Mr. Dan Nino. Siya naman ay nakabase sa Los Angeles. Pag-usapan natin yung katatapos lang na presidential debate between Kamala Harris ng Democrat Party at si na Vice President kasalukuyan ng Amerika at si ang dating presidente naman na si Donald Trump. Katatapos lang ang kanilang presidential debate last when was that done? Last Tuesday, September 10. At kung hindi nyo napanood ay kami magbibigay ng konting analysis sa nangyari. Kasi hindi namin binitawan ang panonood sa mahaba-habang debate nila. 1.5 oras. Is that right, Dan? 1 hour and 45 minutes, I think.
1 hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Ako, you know what? Hindi ko binitawan, hindi ko umalis. Hindi ako umalis kahit na gusto kong magpunta sa restroom, Dan. Because it was really an interesting debate at hindi mo mabitawan dahil it was a kind of a fiery debate between the two protagonists who met for the first time.
It's historic.
Hindi lang sa debate stage, kundi for the first time in their life. Noon lang sila nag-meet, na silang dalawa.
That's correct.
Yeah. So, saka ko lang binitawan na ang panonood nung nag-commercial break, Dan.
Of course.
Kasi the topic was so interesting and it was it was really a kind of a fiery debate at very interesting na panoorin, mga kaibigan.
Tama ka.
Pero as usual, dahil maganda naman ang strategy sa tingin ko magandang strategy ni Vice President Harris dahil panay banat. Panay naman depensa si Trump. So, naubusan siya ng oras. Dahil sa pagdedepensa, hindi niya masabi yung mga programa niya. So, anong napansin mo, Dan, na kung minsan natatawa ako, kung minsan nagagalit ako, dahil fiery nga ang debate. And so I wanted to hear more from Mr. Trump and also on the other side, hear more from Vice President Harris. So let's start with your assessment, Dan. Una, sinong nanalo doon?
Of course, it's very obvious na si presidential nominee Kamala Harris of the Democratic Party came out ahead of Trump because she pronounced her policies, what you can do for the next 4 years, especially the promise of America, one, and then second to defend the freedom of so many things like reproductive rights, the freedom to uphold the Constitution, and the freedom to choose your leader for the next 4 years. At ang isa kong napansin kay Trump naman, on the other hand, was he had plenty of lies and falsehoods. And then second, he initiated some horrible attacks and unsubstantiated things about
Yeah, yeah,
immigrants.
yeah.
Like
Ano yung sinabi niya?
he's claimed that the Haitian migrants now in Springfield, Ohio, were
Yeah.
eating dogs or catching dogs and cats for them
Yeah.
to eat and other pets. So he did not enunciate his policies of
Napapansin ko nga ay, dahil baguhan pa tayo sa, I mean, we've been here for, let me, 9-10 years, pero baguhan ako sa patakbo ng politika pa sa Amerika. At actually, I'm just feeling the pulse of politics here. Pero napansin ko kay Mr. Trump, meron siyang personality na once na you bruise his ego, like yung ginawa ni Vice President Harris sa kanya, dahil may sinabi siya na nakakasakit din ng damdamin mo. Kung minsan, kaya na-provoke si Mr. Trump na salita ng salita sa pagdedepensa sa sarili niya. Like, merong sinabi si Harris na, Mr. Trump is not a respected leader. When I talk to many world leaders, they tell me they don't believe in his leadership. Sabi niya. And they were laughing at him. Actually, yun ang sinabi niya. Kaya siyempre nagdepensa si Mr. Trump. So yan na, marami na siyang sinabi. So in the course of defending himself, nung dumating yung immigration issue na pag-uusapan, yun nabanggit niya yung binanggit mo na which stunned so many people. Imagine there were 67 million, according to the news report I read, who were watching this live TV aired through national TV. And it was also live streamed through social media, YouTube, mostly YouTube and the other social media platforms. 67 million according to the report. And then, nung sinabi niya,
right,
na yung mga taga-Haiti na immigrants na nagsettle sa Springfield, Ohio, nagrereklamo yung mga neighbors nila dahil kinakain daw nila yung mga pets nila na dogs and cats. Ngayon naman I think this is new in national television. Napansin ko yung mabilis yung feedback na nag-gather naman ng host ng ABC TV na si David Moyer. Kaagad-agad, after a while, dumating yung feedback sa kanya na quoting the city manager of Springfield, Ohio, denying that there's such thing as an incident that happened in Springfield, Ohio. And that stunned the viewers. I was stunned also. It appears na if that is the report coming from the city manager, alam po ninyo yung city manager, ayan ang next to the mayor sa isang syudad o bayan sa Amerika, because the mayor is not expected to be daily reporting to his office, but the city manager runs the office, so he knows what's happening every day in the city. So if coming from the city manager, and by the way, na-research ko, the name of the city manager is certain Mr. Brian Heck. Brian Heck, yeah. And that's a credible feedback kung galing sa city manager. So kung saan nakuha ni Mr. Trump yung claim na yan, it looks like nakuha niya kay J.D. Vance, yung kandidato niya for Vice President. Dahil 1 week before the debate, nilabas niya sa social media niya. So it looks like pinahamak siya ni Vance. What do you think?
Trump was influenced by his new close-in aide na si Laura Loomer. Nakikinig sa kanya, nag-tinrain ni Laura Loomer siya, bagong aide niya, 31 years old, na ganito ang gawin mo. Kasi siguro, ang akala ni Trump, at saka si Loomer, katulad ng ginawa nila kay former presidential candidate Hillary Clinton,
Yeah.
na ganon ang style, na too much braggadocio, too much personal, na walang katuturan. So gagawa lahat sila ng paraan para sirain si Trump, pero nag-backfire. Marami namang pwedeng isiwalat, or marami namang pwedeng issue kay VP Kamala Harris, pero itong mundane, itong out of context, galit siya sa mga migrants and immigrants, don't agree with him totally, galit sa iyo. Kaya nung after the debate, napansin mo na nag-endorse ka agad si Taylor Swift
Yes.
to endorse Kamala Harris. Kaya kung hindi ka sumasang-ayon sa kanya, sisirain ka. Kaya sabi niya kay Taylor Swift, by endorsing Kamala, you'll pay the price. Kasi you know what, Ted? Trump, unlike Harris, Trump was not a legislator. He was a senator or congressman or governor. He was a businessman.
His first public office is as president.
Yeah, that's right. He did not go through the
usual,
the congressional meal.
Yes.
Hindi katulad ni Kamala na he was a prosecutor, a district attorney, attorney general, senator, and vice president. So only thinking of himself, thinking about the country and the people of America. Yung kanya ko lang self-interest and aspiration para hindi siya mabilanggo pag natalo siya sa eleksyon ito.
Yeah. Pero napansin ko nung dumating ang topic sa abortion, there was a point there he was challenged by, was it David Moyer? Nag-post ng question na, will you veto a national abortion ban? That was the question
Yes.
Will you veto a national abortion ban if you become president? Did you hear his answer? Narinig mo yung sagot niya?
Yeah. If I can paraphrase his response, sabi niya, no, in fact, the idea of the Democrats is to, when a baby comes to term after they were born, they were executed. So he was corrected by the co-anchor.
Yes.
Lindsay Davis.
Miss Lindsay.
Oh, he was corrected. So gagawa lahat ng parang si Trump para matwist niya yung statement niya, o yung magawa niya ng parang para ma-distract yung biro mo. sabi niya, kaya sabi ni co-anchor Leslie Davis, there's no state laws that will kill babies after they were born.
Yeah.
Natanda mo yung Teddy?
Yeah.
So
Yung
that choose remarks from
yung babaeng co-anchor.
the co-anchor.
Yes.
Kaya kinurek siya. Kaya
Mm.
ngayon, ang gusto ni Trump ngayon, they should be fired from being an anchor of ABC News.
Sabi niya. Sino
Yeah,
sabi, si Trump?
si Trump. Because kinukorek siya di ba?
Yeah, but that's the duty of a journalist.
Yeah.
If you sense something wrong, you can just
Can be corrected.
interject.
Interject.
Ganyan naman tayong journalist, di ba?
Oh,
We try to clarify kung merong sinabi yung
right.
yung guest natin na we don't believe in, at saka we try to reason out too.
You cannot just accept it just like that. Line, may tawag sila doon, ang sinker. Ang tawag nila, no?
Yeah, but in fact, he also said that yung ABC TV is biased.
Bias. Correct.
Yes, di ba?
Correct.
And then there were, I think I read the news reports too na parang from some Republican leaders na claim nila na bakit si Trump lang ang pinapansin ng mga nagfa-fact check, bakit hindi rin pina-fact check si Harris, di ba?
Sabi nga ni South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham, sabi niya, the performance of Trump was a disaster. Kasi ang gusto ni Trump, ayon ka sa kanya palagi. Ang gusto ni Trump, siya palaging tama. But he's not infallible.
Pero teka pare, sa tingin mo tama ba yung sinasabi ni Kamala na military leaders meron silang misgivings? I mean, as commander-in-chief naging commander-in-chief sa Amerika when he became president, parang ang mga military leaders ng Amerika ay hindi sila masyadong naniniwala sa brand of leadership niya. Kamala was saying something like that in one of her offensives against Trump. Kaya depensa si Mr. Trump.
Kasi katulad nung yung kanya chief of staff, di ba nung na-term out ng kanyang term as chief of staff of the army, chairman, chief of staff, equivalent to the Philippines, he spoke during his retirement. He was so really appalled by the leadership of Trump. Dahil doon niya na-realize na talagang he could not take the leadership of Trump. He could not stand him. Like, for instance, as a commander-in-chief during the January 6th insurrection or riots, White House, Trump should have called the National Guard or the police to quell the riot. But anong ginawa niya? It took 3 hours before he called the National Guard. And then biniblame niya, di ba doon niya biniblame na it was the role of Speaker Nancy Pelosi
Yeah.
to call the National Guard or the Washington DC Police. So he is sidestepping the blame on another person, but he's the commander-in-chief, or he was the commander-in-chief.
In fact, he said on the air, pare na ako na. He talked to Speaker Pelosi and the mayor of Washington D.C. offering to send National Guards. Pero sabi niya, they rejected his offer.
No,
Narinig mo yun? Yeah, and then
that's
totoo,
another lie.
hindi ka
Because-
maniwala.
Because nandun na yung 3 oras na in fact yung kanyang staff sa White House, they urged him to call the National Guard. Pero ayaw niya. He was gloating. He was watching the TV in the White House. Akala niya mananalo or they can win. The writers can overwhelm the guard and they prevent the certification of the votes.
Yeah.
So ganon. It was his duty because he's the commander-in-chief of the country.
Yeah. Exactly. Kaya nga, that was a sad chapter in the
Oo.
history of America, yung January 6 riot.
Correct. It's,
Napanood ko rin yun eh.
oh yeah. Kaya ikaw ba, if you're in your right mind,
Akala ko, it cannot happen in America. Yung lulusobin mo yung seat of power. Wow.
oh, siya lang, di ba? Because it hurt.
I was asking
His
myself, how can this happen when I was watching it? And supposed to be a highly secured
Correct.
capital.
Yeah.
Huh?
Because
And then they
Fight
ran
like hell,
ramshack, and they were able to enter the capital, di ba?
yes, may mga namatay na
Guardia.
doon sa Congress. Kasi sabi niya sa kanyang mga
What do you think? Meron kayang pangalawang debate?
ay, di ba nung pagkatapos ng debate, ayaw na niya na, no, I'm the winner. Sabi niya, I won the debate, so there's no need because if you won the debate, then you don't ask for another debate.
Yeah. Ayun nga, sabi nga niya, I'm the winner, so why should I ask for another debate? Sabi niya. Because she could have had the chance to mention his record in managing the economy during his time, di ba? Kasi talaga namang mas mura ang mga bilihin nung araw, di ba? During his time. Hindi niya na-expound na that topic kasi he was busy defending himself sa mga tirada ni Kamala Harris, di ba?